Hello everyone and welcome back to another Plane Do 777 video, and today we'll be looking at the Qatar Airways 777-300ER Qsuite business class product from Kuala Lumpur to Doha. Now, as you may have seen in my previous videos, the Qsuite is one of my all-time favorite business class products. And now, as we are checking in the early morning, I'm already waiting with anticipation to be once again flying this amazing product from Qatar Airways, which I really believe that you should try at least once in your lifetime. With Qatar Airways business class, you do get access to the Plaza Premium First Lounge in Kuala Lumpur International Airport, which is quite a bit different from your standard Plaza Premium Lounge, being that it is more exclusive, has more options for food and seating, and some a la carte dining options. The lounge itself is actually quite small, but it does have the benefit of having a very nice view of the tarmac, featuring a wide array of Malaysia Airlines planes in their Negaraku livery and some Batik Air planes. I ordered for myself a bowl of the curry laksa, which was surprisingly very good. And here are the buffet dining options, which is very small but still of good quality. And here are the list of noodles that you can order. Like I said, the curry laksa is certainly my favorite. Soon enough, it was time for us to head over to our gate. But first, we have to actually take a bus to the satellite terminal, since the trains are out of order. Luckily for us, there is the business class bus available, and you can briefly see the Malaysia Airlines BMW if you're taking Malaysia Airlines business class. And here we are in the satellite terminal with the sort of garden forest thingy in the middle, and KLIA is as busy as ever. But it's almost time for boarding, so let's head over to our gate now. To your left, you would see where the trains would be running if the trains were actually running. And here it is, our majestic Qatar Airways 777-300ER, which will be taking us to Doha. Here's the jetway as we enter, and we will be entering first on this gate here. And here we are. Today we'll be sitting in the quad seat version of the Qsuite, featuring the 4 seats that face each other. This is my seat over here, which is facing backwards 1E. First impressions, of course, are very positive, as the seat is very private and very comfortable. The quad seat opens up in the middle, which allows you to store your stuff on the table and communicate with other passengers. Here's a closer detail of the seat itself, featuring the table underneath, as well as the footrest where your feet will go into when you're in lie-flat mode. Here's the large screen, and we were served a pre-departure beverage of orange juice, as well as a diptyque amenity kit. Our trip will be 6 hours and 45 minutes to Doha. And here's the rest of the console, featuring charging, a remote control, the seat controls, USB ports, and more, as well as the safety guide here. There's also a little latch over here for extra storage and extra seating, where you will find the water bottle and the headphones. Here to the side of the seat is the lamp itself, as well as a door that you can close, which I will show you a bit later. You're also given additional amenities like this cute little Amsterdam pillow and a very plush blanket for sleeping. Now here is a look at the Qatar Airways menu, so feel free to pause at any moment to get a closer look. And now here's the diptyque amenity kit with its amenities all shown. While it is not as comprehensive as those on longer haul flights, it is still good enough for this sort of medium to longish haul flight. And here is a quick look at the Qatar Airways safety video featuring its destinations all around the world, which I thought was quite creative. Now, since I am sitting in the middle aisle, I won't be able to get some good takeoff footage, but you can see my previous reviews for that kind of footage. Now that we are in the air, we are able to use the closing door of the Qsuite, shown here. Since my seat is in the bulkhead, it is slightly narrower and at an angle. But it is still effective enough, and I still feel that the space is effectively used. And now let's get into the dining, featuring an amuse-bouche of salmon, very delicious of course, as well as a hot chocolate and some nuts. All of the items that Qatar Airways have displayed for dining are all of high quality. Next, I just had to get the Arabic meze as my starter for Qatar Airways, and of course I was a big fan of the hummus especially. Next up is the chicken biryani, and while I don't eat biryani often, I will say that this biryani was quite excellent of a dish. And of course, to accompany my biryani, I got myself a exquisite glass of champagne, as well as a little bit of the meat from another guest that I'm traveling with. The dessert that I chose was pistachio ice cream with some fruit, as well as a slice of brownie. And as far as desserts in the air go, this is certainly a great one that I will remember. Now let's have another look again at the quad seat itself, as you can see here, with the partition lowered. And here's the view from my seat, more in the lie-down position. As you can see, it is quite comfortable, although there's a little bit of shaking turbulence right now. And here's what the view looks like with the door closed, which basically guarantees the entire space very high quality privacy where I went to sleep. Now, of course, our sleep wasn't long since this flight is less than 7 hours, but before landing I got myself the noodles and soup, which is more of a faster dish, but also of very good quality. And before landing, as is Qatar Airways tradition, we got this Lederach chocolate Swiss chocolate, as you can see here. And they were just nice little chocolate bites to enjoy before landing. And soon enough we have landed, again of course with no landing footage since we are in the middle seats. And here's what the seat sort of looks like after landing. Of course we did spill a little bit of crumbs, but that's okay. And here's a final look at the seat and the cabin itself. And here we are entering Doha International Airport. Overall, I really enjoyed the Qatar Airways Qsuite, and it honestly never gets old, especially with the beauty that is of the 777-300ER. Now, I will extend this review just a little bit longer, just so you guys can have a look at what the process is like for actually entering Doha, as this is not just a simple stopover, but we will be spending a night in Doha. Now, of course, instead of heading over to transfers, we will be heading over to immigration. Here is the regular view of Doha International Airport. And in my next review from Doha to London, you will see more of this airport, including the new Garden Lounge. Now, instead of heading to transfers, like I said, we were able to gain access to the business and first class arrival lounge, as you can see here, rather than just heading into the regular immigration. Here, you will get the opportunity to lounge, relax, and have what you would consider the typical lounge stuff like drinks, coffee, and snacks. As you can see in the back, there are the immigration gates reserved exclusively for Qatar Airways business class passengers. This is one of the more unique things that I've seen in my lifetime, as I don't often always see business class dedicated immigration gates for entering a country. After spending a little bit of time in the comfort of the arrival lounge, here we are in the exit of Doha International Airport. Now we decided to be a little more local, and we decided to take the metro into Doha city. And after a little bit of walking, here is what the entrance to the metro at Doha International Airport looks like. After a few escalators down, we are greeted with a very beautiful design of the Doha metro. And here's what the actual metro itself looks like. Everything is very clean and well maintained, albeit a little empty. And as you can see here, there's also a dedicated gold or business class section of the subway, which you don't really see very often. And here we are in the actual train itself, as you can see. It's pretty much like your standard metro, albeit a little cleaner and a little nicer. And it took us about 40-ish minutes to get to the city center, as you can see here. The city center shops are also a little more unique, very clean and very premium looking, I would say. And as you can see, there is the signage for our way out to DECC, which is essentially the Doha city center, including a big convention center right as you exit. And finally, here we are at our destination. The final score is easily a 10 out of 10. The Qatar Airways experience is simply unbeaten. And now that we're here in Doha, please like and subscribe for more. And this is Plane Dude 777 signing out.